time now for the campaign beat, our daily roundup of news from the French presidential trail. Florence Villemino joins me with just 10 days to go. Hi there, Flo. Before the first round of voting, one candidate is stealing the spotlight. Far-left candidate Jean-Luc Mélenchon. While other candidates are stalling or falling back in the polls, he has been skyrocketing in recent weeks. He's currently hovering right around 18%, which puts him in the leading pack of four. Now, yesterday he held a fiery rally in the northern town of Lille, where he warned his supporters not to vote for his rivals. So his rivals, Marine Le Pen, Emmanuel Macron, and François Fillon. And he said this, of course, in typical Melenchon style. Let's take a listen.
The question isn't about Pierre, Paul, or Jacques. It's not about how we look or how attractive we are. It's about the policies we're going to put in place. If you elect one of those three, you'll be spitting blood. Look what they've set as their agenda already: the war against the poor.
Our reporter Chris Moore was at that rally in Lille, and he spoke to some very excited, pumped-up Mélenchon supporters who already see him at the Elysée Palace. Take a listen.
I've got chills. His program will carry us. It will carry us into the future. I feel so motivated. I love his vision, his way of talking. He's the only one who talks about the environment, animal rights, the education for our children. He gives hope to young people.
When you compare him to the other candidates, he's the best. Vote Jean-Luc Mélenchon.
I think he's going to win. We've got momentum. I've got 7 grandchildren. We're all for Melenchon. I hope he wins.
Although the prospect of a Melenchon presidency isn't thrilling to everyone, including President François Hollande himself. François Hollande broke his silence on the presidency in an interview with the magazine Le Point. Now, he warned against voting for the far-left candidate who has really made waves ever since the TV presidential debates. Let's take a look at a quote from that interview with Le Point. You can see Hollande says there's a danger in simplifying and falsifying things when one looks at the showmanship of an orator rather than the content of his speech. So pretty harsh words there for Jean-Luc Mélenchon. Now, Hollande hasn't officially given his backing to any candidate, but he implicitly hinted at which candidate he prefers in another interview. Now, this was an interview with young people who asked him who they should vote for. Let's listen.
You must go towards the candidates of the future. History doesn't stop. You have to follow the forward movement of progress.
The forward movement of progress. La marche du progrès sounds a lot like En Marche, forward, which is the name of Emmanuel Macron, the centrist candidate's party. Well, at least we're moving forward. Flo, speaking about Macron, he held a rally in the southwestern town of Pau yesterday. Pau is quite an important town in this election, and let's take a listen to why. This is our reporter Claire Williams, who has been following Emmanuel Macron's team. She explains to us the importance of this rally in Pau because Macron got the backing, overt backing this time, by a very important heavyweight in French politics.
The main reason Emmanuel Macron chose this city, Pau, in the southwest of France, to hold his rally was François Bayrou, the local mayor, very popular politician down here in the southwest of France. And the support that François Bayrou has given Emmanuel Macron is crucial to his campaign. Emmanuel Macron needed and still needs someone with experience, someone with political weight, someone with credibility to get behind his campaign. And that's what François Bayrou has done. I spoke to some people at the rally today and they said, well, you know, we're considering voting for Emmanuel Macron, that's why we're here. But what we really want to know is why our local mayor is also planning to vote for him. And that's why they came to the rally tonight, to get those answers. The polls are narrowing, every vote counts. Emmanuel Macron knows he can't be complacent. He really needs to work hard now for every single vote.
Well, despite working hard for the vote, Macron has been stalling in the polls, as has François Fillon, the Conservative candidate.
And he also held a rally last night in Lyon. Now, Fillon's campaign has really been plagued by scandals, causing him to tumble in the polls. He has fought back, saying that he's the victim of a conspiracy, a media and judicial conspiracy. And our reporter James Creedon was in Lyon yesterday, and well, he asked some Fillon supporters about this question.
François Fillon has been accused of adopting Donald Trump-style tactics in terms of criticising the media for their coverage of his campaign. One newspaper in particular has come under fire from the Fillon campaign, and that is the Canard Enchaîné, which has come out with a series of revelations about his wife Penelope and alleged fake jobs at the National Assembly. Let's take a listen to what some François Fillon supporters have to say about the media coverage of his campaign.
Of course, I think, in my opinion, this is propaganda.
What do you think of this newspaper?
They're doing the job, but he is doing his job.
Fillon is treated very poorly by the media. It's relentless abuse, I know well. Back in the day when I was organizing demonstrations against gay marriage, I was also mistreated. They called me a homophobe. The media, which serves the globalization agenda, is against his right-wing policies.
So as you can see, not a lot of love amongst François Fillon supporters for the media generally, and in particular for the Canard Enchaîné.
You might have recognized the woman, the last woman in James's report there. That's a woman called Virginie Merle, more commonly known as Frigide Barjot. So back in 2013, she became a very prominent campaigner against same-sex marriage here in France, La Manif pour tous, as it's called. It's a group that has actually lended its support and is very much backing François Fillon's struggling campaign.
Right, well, that's all we have time for, Flo. If you are interested, though, in the French election, do check out the Election Compass. Well, it's a tool developed by France 24 in partnership with Vox Pop Labs. Calculates how your political views compare with those of the French presidential candidates and can lead to some very surprising results.